From Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the Gainbridge Super League tonight, presented by Morningstar Storage. They offer clean, secure, and convenient storage solutions for your home or business. They're proud supporters of community, and they're now a proud partner of Carolina Ascent, who play Sporting Club Jacksonville tonight in the Gainbridge Super League on Peacock. Sean St. Jacques, the Super League champion, Erica Timrack, our entire crew. Great to have you with us. Let's look at the standings. They're brought to you by Carolina Office Solutions. Here's where we stand. Spokane winning earlier today puts pressure on Dallas for that fourth and final playoff spot. Dallas plays later. This game right now is very dependent on a game that's currently happening between Lexington and Tampa Bay. They're at a 0-0 scoreline. That's good for Sporting Club Jacksonville. It's potentially good for Carolina. We'll tell you a little bit more about more of those scenarios in a moment. Jacksonville could clinch the Players' Shield before this game kicks off. That's the big headline to take as it stands right now. Looking at both teams, Erica, we start with Carolina, probably the informed team at the moment in the Super League. They are unbeaten in their last 10.
And we know why. They are the definition of consistent in this league. Their back line is a well-oiled machine, and then they have that confidence to build out of the back. They're good at recognizing where the space is on the pitch, and then they have that composure and patience in that final word, and then the quality, their personnel to just finish when needed.
Coach Philip Poole talked to us about how defensively Carolina have improved massively. Our Gatorade player to watch, Sydney Martinez, is a big reason why they're having that success.
And 7 clean sheets in the last 10 matches. She's such a strong presence back there, anchoring that back line. She cuts off angles really well, but her distribution is elite, especially for a team like Carolina who like to build. Tonight, it will be key. When they can build out of the back and when they need to go direct, a lot of that will fall on her.
Sporting Club Jacksonville have had a wonderful inaugural season. They've set single-season league records in goals, wins, and shutouts, and they could win the Players' Shield tonight.
And they have so many players that contribute to goals. It's so unpredictable. It's so hard to mark. They get so many numbers forward. The box is flooded with runners. There's dynamic movement constantly near posts, slot, far post. It's so hard to mark. And they have just been on fire and really figured out that goal-scoring element for their team.
Bailey DeSmit is a big reason why the goal scoring has been at such a high level. She has 12 and 5 in the last 5 league games.
And she is just a true fox in the box, and her technique is so clean. You can watch when she strikes it. She has a plethora of ways that she can finish, and she just puts herself in such dangerous areas, and then she has that composure and recognition of how to finish and when to finish.
This could be a playoff preview. Carolina and Sporting Club Jacksonville played some really interesting games already this season in the Gainbridge Super League. The Players' Shield and seeding could be on the line. We'll have lineups and kickoff from Charlotte when we come back on Peacock.
When it comes to delivering high-quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gainbridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, great at assists. Gainbridge, great at assists for your savings.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Welcome back, everybody. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrack here with you. It's the final day of the regular season, so of course you got to go out in style. The game ball delivered via parachute here at American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's dive into the starting 11s. We start with Philip Poole's Carolina Ascent. Starting lineups are brought to you by Capelli Sport.
And Carolina set coming out in a 4-4-2. I'm looking at Tyler Lucy and Riley Parker. Can they keep the width for this Carolina side and really expose that weak side wide channel that JAX will often have because they play with the back three?
On the other side of things for Stacey Balaam and Sporting Club Jacksonville, we now know that Sporting Club Jacks just need a point and they'll win the Players' Shield.
Kenton, DeSmith, Puerta, 50 goal contributions between the three of those. They have to be active tonight and just continue to do what they do. And then Sophia Jones, she's the facilitator. She's going to be the one controlling the tempo and also covering ground, making sure Carolina do not play through the center.
The reason we know that Sporting Club Jacksonville need a point is because Lexington left it late against Tampa Bay Sun, but they get a late penalty conversion from Addie McCain. Lexington beats Tampa Bay by 1-0. That means Sporting Jacks need a point, and they will be Players' Shield winners. Because of that result as well, Carolina know that they'll be locked into the number 3 seed for the playoffs, and they'll be going on the road either to Jacksonville or Lexington in the first round of the playoffs next week. We're underway here in Charlotte, American Legion Memorial Stadium. The Players' Shield is on the line. Carolina and Jacksonville underway. Cannot wait to see how this one unfolds. Carolina Ascent are 10 games unbeaten. Could make it 11 unbeaten, which they've done once before in the Gainbridge Super League if they lead with something. Jacksonville can't lose this game. If they do lose it, Lexington wins the Players' Shield.
And there's a lot on the line tonight. For me, Carolina, I'm looking for them to take advantage of Jacksonville's back three. There's a lot of times that they're exposed in that weak side wide channel. Carolina have to take advantage of that, keep their width, and just manage the overload in the midfield. For Sporting Jacks, can they take advantage of that overload in the midfield? Can they dominate those central areas, control tempo, win second balls will be huge for them, and then make sure their wingbacks are tracking back and just making sure those wide areas are covered in transition.
Well, Carolina are coming off a really impressive 3-0 win last time out away to Fort Lauderdale. And Sporting Club Jacksonville, big 1-0 win in our nation's capital against DC Power, which sets them up to just need a point tonight, avoid defeat basically. And Jacksonville in year one will be the Players' Shield winners. What an achievement that would be if Stacey Balaam's group can get it over the line. Of course, to do it, we'll have to get a point off of last year's Players' Shield winners. That's corralled by Mia Corbin. Time and space here for Addison Merrick, who tries to weave through challenges. It fell kindly for Nabet, who helps it along. Jill Aguilera plays this in behind. It's fed across looking for George. It falls out from Merrick. Nearly fell for George again, and Jacksonville clears. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report. It's presented by Ortho Carolina. A couple of the names there are pretty familiar, at least as of late, to the injury list. The one update we did get from Philip Poole is that Riley Baisden should be available for the first round of the playoffs, although it's still a bit touch and go. Carolina off to a very strong start. They'll win a corner on the far side, awarded by Marie Durr, our head referee in yellow.
And Carolina coming at this Jacksonville side with a lot of aggression in that attacking third. A lot of times Carolina can be passive in that attack and be patient and just pull teams apart bit by bit, but they're already off to the races and have been in the box multiple times by now.
Carolina corners tonight are presented by Nucor. Chance for the Ascent to cash in from a Nucor corner in the opening minutes of the game. It's going to go to the edge of the 6. Oh, it was flicked on. Nearly fell for Aguilera. Can Carolina put this back into the mix? Good distribution out wide. Cross into the middle. Soars over everybody's head. And it will be a Jacksonville throw. And they'll get another just in front of Philip Poole, Carolina head coach. The ball's looped over the top. Jacksonville could have a chance from this here. Layoff to the edge of the area. It's a good hold-up play there initially. This is Hughes trying to cross it. Hughes to the byline. He's out-muscled, but it's not definitively cleared here. Whipped back in by Jones. Oh, and it just needed a touch. Inches away from finding ahead. It's going to roll out for a goal kick.
And the initial phase was really well defended by Carolina. They dropped and condensed, made it really hard to play through. But that second phase, a clearance from Parker, it's a little bit of a mishit, and Sophia is just able to whip that right across goal. Super dangerous area, but JAX can't get on the end of that.
The last time these two met was quite a while ago, actually. January 31st. It was a 1-0 Jacksonville win in Florida. Last time they met here in Charlotte was back in late September. It was a 7-goal thriller. Jacksonville won 4-3. And to this point in the series between the two, Jacksonville has won twice. There's been a draw, and Carolina are still looking for their first win at Sporting Club Jacksonville's expense. This is played to the byline, another cross, blocked away and cleared.
And it's a really interesting matchup between these two teams because they both have unique systems that they plan and execute it perfectly. They're established in this league. They know how they want to play. They have their principles that they can lean back on. And I don't think either team wants to pivot and have to adapt to how the other team is playing. So it's going to be a chess match, I think, and it's going to be a tactical battle for sure.
Nucor Corporation is the safest, highest quality, lowest cost, most productive, and most profitable steel and steel products company in the world. Nucor is also the official sponsor of Carolina Ascent FC. Carolina had such a good start, opening 3.5 minutes, but Jacksonville are slowly but surely finding their footing here. It's up ahead for Meg Hughes. Early ball in behind. On the layoff, is passed in! That's such a well-worked goal from Sporting Club Jacksonville. They score inside of 7 minutes. It could be the goal that claims the Players' Shield.
And this all starts from these wide areas. Meg Hughes gets on it, and she's just able to dish this ball into that penalty area. There's so many moving parts in the box, so many runners, and then Jacksonville just capitalize on that. Boyden puts it home, and that is exactly how Jacksonville are able to get on the score sheet. They're good in the wide areas, and they just take advantage to any opportunity to get in the box.
Well, it's such a well-worked goal. It's also Abby Boyan's first goal for Sporting Club Jacksonville in the Gainbridge Super League. What a time to get it. And the 26-year-old has put Sporting Club Jacksonville on the path to winning the Players' Shield.
And this is an interesting turn of events because Carolina like to enjoy the ball. They like to be patient on the build. They like to be patient around the 18. Now it puts a sense of urgency on them. They have to be a little more intentional about their attacks and how they're going to go forward. And they just have to be a little more ruthless when they have their chances around the box.
We always have to mention all the Jacksonville heavy hitters, Ashlyn Puerta, Bailey DeSmit, Paige Kenton. But it's Abby Boyan, of all people, hadn't scored yet this season and for the club.
And it just adds another player who contributes to goals, and that's why JAX is so successful. They alleviate the pressure of having one goal scorer, and it makes them so unpredictable and hard to defend. And I'm sure in the box, they're always scanning for Puerta, Kenton, to spin, making sure they're covered. And then Abby Boyan just sneaks in that back post and is able to pass one home.
If this result were to hold, still very early, but Jacksonville would win the Players' Shield. They'd get the #1 seed in the playoffs. Lexington would get the #2 seed. We already know Carolina is the 3. And then we don't know who the #4 seed will be yet. Right now it's Spokane, who won earlier by 4-0 over Brooklyn. But if Dallas beats Fort Lauderdale later on tonight, Dallas would go to Jacksonville if all of this stays as it is right now.
And if you're a fan watching, it's a safe bet to just keep Peacock on all night long and tune into Gainbridge Super League, because it is an exciting night of football, and it is going to come down to the last game to see who makes that playoff spot.
We've already had a number of twists and turns already today. We expect that to carry long into the evening, to your point. That deflects out of play. It's a Carolina throw on the far side. Taken by Jill Aguilera. Another player's had a fantastic season for Phillip Poole. 6 goal-scoring contributions, 3 goals, 3 assists. We talked about it during this 10-match unbeaten run for Carolina Ascent. They haven't conceded many goals, so for Jacksonville, we know what they're capable of. To get that early goal is going to do Stacey Balaam's group, you'd think, the world of good here in a game where they just need a point to have home field advantage and the Players' Shield in their back pocket. They're looking for more here with Paige Kenton. Plays it across with pinball towards the edge of the 6. Carolina get a lucky break there, and eventually they'll be able to clear this upfield.
And Jacksonville are just throwing numbers around the ball and making it really hard for Carolina to get out of their own half.
The good hold up there. Played in for Meg Hughes, who fizzes it across when it deflects. But Sydney Martinez collapses on it for Carolina.
And Meg Hughes has been so important for this Jacksonville side in that wing-back role. She's expected to defend and get forward, and she's constantly contributing to the attack, being really dangerous, hitting end line, and just hitting those really dangerous services across that 6-yard box, which causes chaos, indecision, and is really hard for a back line to handle.
Good pressure from Carolina on that far side. It's out for a throw. Have to mention, great crowd here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. One of the best crowds we have in the Gainbridge Super League, week in and week out. It's thrown in for Shea Groom. Forced to go back towards the halfway line. Mia Corbin.
And Mia Corbin, we're used to seeing her in that 9 role. She's a goal scorer. She likes to be in the frame of that, but Phillip Poole's asked her to play a little bit of a different role this season.
Weaving run here. The shot is blocked from Aguilera. Merrick couldn't go forward with it. Aguilera recycles it all the way back for Butler. Phillip Poole waxed lyrical about Mia Corbin's versatility from one year to the next, still making a massive impact for this Carolina group. Jill Aguilera winds up the shot. It bounces wide.
And Mia Corbin is such a good ball handler that I'm not surprised he asked her to play a little bit different of a role, especially with new players coming in who are really dangerous in the attack. And she is important to this side, but she has that ability to just step on the ball, be composed, and then help them build out. And then there are times where she can get forward for that second phase of attack.
Played down the far side. It allows Carolina to retrieve possession, although they're pushed back into their own 18. Good strong clearance away by Martinez. It's played down the near side. Oh, and nearly a chance to touch that away by Riley Parker. She ends up getting dispossessed. Back for Corbin. Corbin tries to thread the needle. Good step defensively from Jacksonville. They'll, well, not quite clear it, as it turns out. Parker again. Cross is blocked on the edge of the 18. And now Jacksonville will clear. Nally for Lily Nabet. Can Carolina bounce back from the early Jacksonville goal? Aguilera. Over the top again, the defensive unit for Jacksonville kept their shape. That's one back cleanly though by Carolina. And the shot sneaks through for the equalizer. That's the perfect Carolina response. It's Shea Groom with the equalizer. And it's 1-1 inside of 16 first half minutes in Charlotte.
And you can see what this means to this Carolina side. Shea Groom making an excellent defensive play, and then she's just running at the back line. That's exactly where you want her. She creates a little window of space, and she just strikes this so well. It actually bounces before it hits the goal, and it's really hard for Parks to defend that. And Shea Groom, what a way to level the scoreboard at Carolina.
It's Shea Groom's first Super League goal of the season. And all of a sudden, the Players' Shield is back in doubt. Both of the goal scorers hadn't scored this season. Couple of twists and turns once again on the final day. Remember, a draw is still enough for Jacksonville, but Carolina have found the response to tie it.
And Shea Groom is such a menace to play against. She is so dangerous when she gets the ball up and she's just running at the back line. She has the ability to dish it off, and then she can also shoot from distance. So if Jacksonville is dropping like they did, she can absolutely create that window for herself, rip it from distance, and that's exactly what we saw from her tonight.
Carolina have clearly gotten some momentum from that equalizing goal.
And one of Carolina's issues is sometimes they lack that killer instinct in front of goal, but they've definitely answered that problem tonight, and now it's a level game and anything can happen.
Here comes Carolina again. Cross initially is blocked. Second try at it is more of a shot. And it's going to go out of play for a goal kick. Well, it gives us time to tell you that Food Lion is the official grocer partner of Carolina Ascent. They're proud to support the Charlotte community as the official grocer of the club. Your local Food Lion is there to help you get food on the table fast with ready-to-eat meals. Shopping made easy with Food Lion to go. Of course, Food Lion is here for every moment. Thanks to their Score to Give More program, 6,000 meals have been donated in the Ascent second season to Second Harvest Food Bank of Metrolina. Jacksonville trying to matriculate up the other end, led by Ashlyn Puerta, but it's given away, and Carolina have a chance to break with Shea Groom leading the charge. Groom plays it further down the line, looking for Tyler Lucy. And it'll go out for a Sporting JAX throw. Couldn't have asked for a much better start, particularly from the neutrals' point of view. And this could be a playoff preview, depending on how this result ends up. See there, Carolina won the Players' Shield last year. If Sporting JAX are going to do it, they cannot lose this game. Another chance for Carolina, the cross into the middle by Tyler Lucy. Ends up getting gobbled up by Parks. Looking for the perfect family night out, the Food Lion Family 4-pack delivers 4 game tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks for only $99.99. Get yours today at CarolinaAscent.com. Well, that did roll over the sideline there. It'll be a Carolina Ascent throw. Put back into play by Aguilera. Mackenzie George on the turn. He's able to glide past the initial challenge. It's a throw-in for Carolina. They take it right away. They may have caught Jacksonville out. But a good last-ditch tackle and clearance allows the visitors to at least get it out of the area for now. Carolina take the next throw quickly as well. Cross is deflected out for a Nucor corner.
And Carolina have just been so ruthless in the attack. They're going at this Jacksonville back line. Tyler Lucy just running at that back line and is able to play a little slip ball in. Can't capitalize on it, but they have to continue with this momentum.
It'll be Mia Corbin to take the Nucor corner for Carolina, trying to turn this around. 1-0 down after 7 minutes. They've gotten it back to 1-1. Corbin's delivery is headed just over the top. Megan Nally had the chance, and it's just out of play. It'll be a goal kick. We tell you the Carolina Ascent online merch store is now live. Stock up for the next match on scarves, t-shirts, hats, personalized jerseys, and more. To shop, visit carolinaascent.myshopify.com. Oh, nearly given away by Parks off the ricochet. But it deflects out for a goal kick as Jacksonville nearly handed another goal away on a silver platter.
And they have to be careful building out of the back, especially with a player like Tyler Lucy, who's salivating at any type of air that she can capitalize on.
It's feeling like more and more that Carolina's in the ascendancy here. Can they take full advantage of it? Nabet is fouled there.
They're playing with a sense of urgency that I haven't yet seen this season, and I think it's their next evolution of their game because we know they're consistent, they're solid, but can they be a little more ruthless and deadly in the attacking third area?
That feed forward was deflected. Oh, and then it's going to be a foul and a free kick, and we're going to see a yellow card as well. I think the goal scorer, Boyan, picks up the booking here, and it's going to be a free kick for Carolina just outside the 18-yard box.
And it's another good defensive play by this Carolina Ascent attack. Tyler Lucy just is probing, gets the ball, and then is denied a goal-scoring opportunity. So they are able to get a set piece right outside that 18-yard box.
A quick conference is held over that set piece as the wall is walked back. The yellow cards for Jacksonville are presented by Apollo Law, so the boy in yellow is confirmed. Now can Carolina cash in the set piece?
That yellow card shows number 9, Abby Boyden.
3 players in the initial wall here for Jacksonville. It's on goal, caught by Parks.
And it's an easy catch by Parks. Those are always interesting positions for your set piece because you're not sure if you want to shoot that or cross it in. It seems like Tyler Lucy was caught between both worlds on that one.
Jacksonville trying to play their way out of their own half here on the ground. But they're forced to settle for the throw as that knocks off of Jenna Butler on the near side.
And Carolina just doing a really good job of getting numbers around the ball and making it predictable.
It's smashed over to that far side, and Jacksonville cannot keep the ball in play. Well, Select is the official match ball supplier of the Gainbridge Super League and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. And as always, Select is the player's choice. For a brief moment, Carolina had a chance to maybe turn that into a transitional move up the other end, but Hughes tries to thread the needle for Jacksonville, cannot fit it through. Merrick resets for Butler. Nabat had to be very, very clean with her touch there. And Carolina will dump it into the Jacksonville half. Was hooked down the line, goes back to Carolina. Talked about the run of form for Carolina Ascent. Jacksonville had a wonderful away record this season. 10 of their 16 wins have come away from home this season, and they've lost just twice away from home all year. They have won their last 2. They've won 3 of their last 5 overall in the Gainbridge Super League. And again, as it stands, even if it were to hold here, Jacksonville would get enough to win the Players' Shield. Carolina has to beat them in order to win it for Lexington instead.
And I have a feeling, Sean, there's a lot more goals to be had in this game.
And the interesting part, too, is that both of the goals were from players who hadn't scored this season in the Gainbridge Super League. Picked pretty good times to pop up with a finish. That's a hooked cross into the middle, too close to Sydney Martinez, who makes the catch. Not the best of headers away, out of the air. It invites some Carolina pressure. Parker tries to wreak some havoc. Strong header won by Merrick. Corbin spinning, but not able to find a teammate. Chance to play through there. Puerta dispossessed. One back here. Shea Groom sliding this through. Mackenzie George could not take the ball with her. Great defensive work. And Jacksonville gets the free kick. Well, the likes of Georgia Brown, Grace Philpotts, and Casey Smeckrud defensively, making some critical challenges defensively for Jacksonville over the last few sequences.
And Carolina pressing Jacksonville, trying to keep everything out wide. They're really deterring any play through the middle because that's when they're able to switch the point of attack and transition and capitalize. So they're being very intentional about trying to keep the ball on one side of the field.
Jones down the line for Hughes for Jacksonville. Early cross into the middle, it was a free header. And it bounces just wide of Sydney Martinez's goal. Another really strong bit of build-up for Jacksonville.
And Carolina have to be aware of this. Meg Hughes picks the ball up. You know she's going to wrap that in. She has that in her arsenal. Their box organization has to be better.
Header was just wide from Paige Kenton, has 17 goal-scoring contributions on the campaign for Jacksonville. 10 goals and 7 assists. By the way, with Sophia Bowman's assist earlier, she's up to 7. So that big tie at the top of the assist race continues in the Gainbridge Super League. Multiple Jacksonville players involved. Sam Kroger from Brooklyn on 7 assists as well. Gainbridge Super League regular season is coming to a close tonight, but there's plenty of exciting playoff action to come. So stay up to date on all the latest info, analysis, and insight. You can visit GainbridgeSuperLeague.com to keep up with all of that. And it's also pretty handy if you want to look at the live table throughout the rest of tonight. Keep an eye on all of the scenarios and all the twists and turns that we still have in front of us. 2 games have gone final on the final day of Gainbridge Super League play. Spokane beat Brooklyn 4-0. Lexington, with a late penalty from Addie McCain, beat Tampa Bay, which is why the Players' Shield is still up for grabs. And then remember, the last game of the night is arguably the most important game of the night. Dallas against Fort Lauderdale. Dallas has to win to get the 4th and final playoff spot. If they don't win, Spokane takes the final playoff spot from them. That ball was intended for Paige Kenton. Well shepherded out of play by the always reliable Jenna Butler.
Ascent.
Martinez towards Corbin. It's won back by Jacksonville. Only for Corbin, beg your pardon, to get a boot back on it.
And Sydney Martinez's distribution is very impressive. Her range of passing.
That was a late challenge from Riley Parker, who apologizes.
And it's definitely a late sliding challenge, but I think because she recognized it immediately, she was let off the hook without getting a card on that one. But any other day, she might be booked.
That'll certainly be the last straw in the referee's eyes. That was a lovely little bit of skill there from Sophie Jones. Through the legs of one, finds another in DeSmit. It's played back to the edge of the area. It's Bowman into the middle. And that was another good chance for Jacksonville. It goes astray.
And Jacksonville being especially dangerous in these wide channels and having runners in the box, and Puerta just can't get
We have another goal
enough
kick.
on that to
Carolina
capitalize,
Ascent.
but that's how they're going to find success, causing chaos in the box. And Carolina just have to be extra intentional about their box organization and picking up runners.
Ball there from Aguilera. Might have come off an arm off the deflection on the clearance on the back end by Smeckrud. It is still going to be a Sporting JAX throw. Better pressure from Jacksonville here. They try to loop it over the top. Carolina were there to get a head on to it. Poked far down that far sideline for Boyan, the goal scorer. She won't fully corral this. Aguilera dribbles into trouble and turns it over. But then the threading of the needle fails on the back end. And then Mackenzie George was in an offside position when the ball was played over the halfway line. It's a free kick after all of that for the visitors. Ooh, Butler made that a little difficult for Martinez. It invites more Jacksonville pressure here. Here's Puerta. And Jones. DeSmit for Hughes. Hughes to the byline. The cross into the middle is cleared away, but Jacksonville recovers it. Philpotts. Oh, lovely dummy here. Chance for Bowman. And in the end, the outside of the boot attempt is held on to by Martinez.
And it's another creative way that Jacksonville are trying to create chances in this game. It doesn't quite come off, but those are the way they're going to break them down.
Groom feeds it back into the middle, and it's poked in. Carolina have turned the game around with 10 minutes left in the half. 1-0 down after 7 minutes. The Ascent lead by 2-1. And you can hear the celebrations from here all the way to Lexington.
And Shea Groom doing the defensive dirty work and just capitalizing on this. And then it's Tyler Lucy who's able to pick that up back post. George with a little flick pass. She makes the right move, she cuts it in, she realizes that she doesn't really have that window near post, and then Tyler Lucy's able to pick that up far post and just capitalize. But that all comes from defensive regain from Carolina and just being ruthless in that box.
It's Tyler Lucy's 4th goal of the Gainbridge Super League season, and all of a sudden, Jacksonville's attempts at winning the Players' Shield may have just taken a big hit. Well, Carolina goals today are presented by Food Lion. Score to give more. What a turnaround in the opening half. 1-0 down after 10 minutes. 10 minutes left in the half. Carolina leads 2-1.
And you can tell the momentum has been building in their favor. They've been able to manage Jacksonville's offense and the chances that they've been creating, but they've been especially dangerous in these attacking areas, especially defensively. They're able to win these dirty 50-50 balls, regain, and then just capitalize from them.
You may have already guessed it, but in the live table, Lexington jumps back into first place. They would win the Players' Shield on goal differential. Sporting JAX would drop to 2nd place, and if it holds, they would host Carolina next week in the playoffs. Jacksonville get the free kick on the near side. A weaving run there, sees the shot blocked. That bounces out of play for another Jacksonville throw. Again, some key defensive moments there for Carolina. It's floated over the top, down the far side. Foul, free kick, Jacksonville. Just in front of the AR, down that far side. Jill Aguilera is the guilty party, bringing down Sophia Bowman. Well, a set-piece opportunity for the visitors to try to get back on level terms. Now Jacksonville need a goal in order to clinch the Players' Shield as it stands. And again, of course, there's still a long, long way to go. As we've hinted at, there could be many more twists and turns to go. The night still is young. Referee's trying to back up the Carolina wall here, or at least the two closest defenders. Now a chance for Jacksonville to deliver. And it is a high arcer. Oh, it's blocked off the line by Martinez! Blocked a second time! Blocked a third time off the line! Martinez makes two saves, then a defender cleared it off the line. It's then a nudged header back and out of play. It's a Jacksonville corner after some mightily important defending from the Ascent.
And what a defensive effort from this Carolina side. They just condensed. They dropped so many numbers behind the ball, and they just made it really hard for them to play through. Sydney Martinez coming up with some big-time saves, shots being blocked, and it's just chaos in there. But Carolina are able to clear that out for another corner kick.
Jill Aguilera ended up clearing that off the line. From the corner, another good attempt from a header. Sees it rainbow over the top and out of play for a goal kick. A couple of chances that were agonizingly close there for Jacksonville.
All halftime participants, please make your way to the Pepsi Tower.
That leaves us with 4 minutes plus stoppage time left in just the first half.
To the Pepsi Tower.
Martinez finds Corbin. Merrick helped along by Parker. George using the hustle to make it tough on Jacksonville to play out. Not a good header away. It falls again for Parker. Corbin fights off the challenge. Advantage is played for Aguilera. Had the right idea with the ball in behind. Carolina keep the ball in play. It's laid off from Merrick. Merrick tries to glide past two defenders and gets stood up. Jacksonville trying to clear their lines. Butler's header. Carolina really getting after them here. Cross is blocked. Carolina throw. The throw in from Merrick. It's nudged down centrally. Jacksonville were a little bit too standoffish there. They get it just about cleared, but Aguilera recycles the attack. All the way back for Butler it goes. Near side, Mia Corbin. Switches the point of the attack. And then it's touched into and out of the area and out of play for a goal kick.
Goal kick, Sporting JAX.
Parks will clear this ahead. Parks is going to finish the season on 10 clean sheets for Sporting JAX. Hope Heisey got up to 10 clean sheets earlier as well, but Lexington getting that 1-0 win earlier. I believe we'll put Kate Asman on 11 clean sheets for Lexington. It was one of our games that's already gone final from earlier. Hope Heisey in Spokane dispatching Brooklyn, hoping that Dallas drop points in our final game of the night. That'll kick off in just over half an hour, also on Peacock. But it's in Nathan Thackeray and Dallas Trinity's hands. If they win at home against Fort Lauderdale, it's the last game of the night, last game of the regular season. Dallas claims the final playoff spot. Anything other than a win, and Spokane Zephyr will get the final playoff spot. We've been told we're going to have 2 added minutes at the end of the half. Jacksonville get the free kick here. We're now into the 2 added minutes. They're presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina.
Of 2 minutes of stoppage time. Stoppage time is presented by Blue Cross North Carolina. Again, the 4th official has indicated
Jacksonville on the front foot on the far side.
Of stoppage time.
Cross into the middle is deflected out, and the visitors will have a corner.
We have another corner kick for Sporting JAX, brought to you by Nucor. Taking the corner kick, number 3, Sophia Bowman.
From the corner, it comes out for a volleyed attempt. And again, it is skied over the top. Another chance for Jacksonville that just goes by the wayside. Looked like it was Puerta who couldn't quite line it up.
And it's a poor clearance from Carolina. They have to be careful, and they're actually very lucky that Jacksonville didn't capitalize on that, especially moments before halftime.
What a back and forth first half it has been. If it is going to be a playoff preview, whether it's the first round or the final, it would be quite a rematch already on tap between these two if they meet again. And the good news is there's still another full half to go. Another foul goes against Carolina. About 25 seconds or so left in the half. Hughes gets it back off the give and go. Hughes into the middle. Oh, and the shot is just wide. And that's the last act of the half. Carolina led off the hook in the half's final seconds. They do still take a 2-1 lead into the break. Jacksonville ruining a late missed chance.
And it's been back and forth all half. Carolina, though, coming out victorious in this first half with 2 goals, but they have been organized defensively. They've gotten left off the hook a few times. Jacksonville have to capitalize in those moments, and Carolina have to continue to be threatening in that attacking third.
Some missed chances for Jacksonville to get back on level terms, but credit Carolina, down a goal after 7 minutes. It looked like Jacksonville had one hand on the shield. Philip Poole's side turn it around and score 2 goals in about a 20-minute stretch to take a 2-1 lead into the halftime break. As it stands, Jacksonville still need a goal if they are to claim the Players' Shield. We'll see if Carolina can continue it into the second half. But at the moment, we're joined by Shea Groom, pitch side here in Charlotte. Shea, thanks so much for taking some time to join us. Congratulations on the goal. How did you think your team did after going down early and being able to bounce back?
Yeah, I think this team is built on resilience. We've faced a lot in just the half of the season that I've been here, and that's just the epitome of who we are. Go down a goal, and we're never out of it. We never feel like we're going to lose, and just to get 2 back is massive with this home crowd.
Shay, we know how dangerous you are dribbling at a back line. Walk us through that goal, and it seems like you guys are just have that killer instinct in the attacking third tonight, so just touch on that a little bit as well.
Yeah, we've just been working on attacking transition a lot, get the ball, pick it up, be dangerous. How can we make the most dangerous pass the quickest? And I think that was just a little bit scrappy. I know that Martinez can smash the ball in a punt, and just gave it a go. And Kenzie's great at holding the ball up. She's done it all night, she's done it all season. And just to lay it off and get the second one was equally as good.
Hey, Shay, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and best of luck in the second half.
Thanks, y'all.
That's Shay Groom from the Carolina Ascent. Have turned things around, at least for the time being. Here at the half, they were 1-0 down. They're now leading by 2-1. And the Players' Shield at the moment would go to Lexington. The good news for Jacksonville is there's still a big second half to come. We'll step aside. More coming up after the break.
Club Jacksonville, what a magical run it's been in their inaugural season.
Unbelievable! Lexington have doubled!
Carolina Ascent on top.
Tremendous team goal for Power FC. Spokane on the scoreboard in a very important game for playoff positioning.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
My husband takes his watch party grilling duties very seriously. Every sport, every season. And because we always find good deals at Food Lion, no one ever leaves hungry. I even got him his own signature touch.
Okay, I'll eat around it.
Here with fresh food that's always affordable. Food Lion, here for every moment.
What does a better tomorrow look like? More people enjoy safer, more comfortable indoor spaces, clean water, clean air, healthy food, and a healthier planet. That's what Train Technologies believes tomorrow should look like. So we put people and the planet first. Today, we take bold action. So tomorrow, there's a better world. For everyone.
Welcome back, everybody. Carolina debuting their new mascot, Sassy the Sasquatch, and they've been playing pretty darn well as well. Up by 2-1 here at the half, presented by University of North Carolina, Charlotte. Big second half, though, still to come, with the Players' Shield up for grabs in the Gainbridge Super League here on Peacock. Again, there's still one more game to come later on tonight. We've had 2 games that have been played already as well on the final day of the regular season in the Gainbridge Super League. Look at the scores and schedule presented by Capelli Sport. Big win earlier for Spokane. They are still alive for the final playoff spot. They win 4-0 over Brooklyn. A late Addie McCain penalty still has Lexington in the Players' Shield race. And then again later on tonight. Stick around on Peacock, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Dallas and Fort Lauderdale. If Dallas wins, they get the final playoff spot. If they do anything but win, Spokane gets the fourth and final playoff spot. Well, in the latest installment of our Build for Success series, we're spotlighting Spokane goalkeeper Hope Heisey, the first player in Super League history to record more than 150 career saves. Here's a preview of the story behind her historic second season success.
As a goalkeeper, you can't, chase the game. The game comes to you.
Denied by Hope Heisey.
Hope is a great goalkeeper.
I'm going to say she is the best goalkeeper in the Gainbridge Super League.
My dad was a professional baseball player.
My encouragement to her each and every day, you can't control the circumstances. Just go out there and grind.
In the Gainbridge Super League table, just one playoff spot left.
We are in playoff mode.
Can we play quicker? Can we work to get a man higher?
Zierenberg with the left foot. What a strike!
I'm super proud to be part of the Gainbridge Super League because it brings communities like this together.
Shop now in stadium at our new official team store or online at CarolinaAscent.myshopify.com. Get to the gate number 4 merchandise store to get your new Sassy the Sasquatch plush toy. And attention, Carolina Ascent fans, especially all of our young supporters out there. Get ready, because Sassy is gonna make some t-shirts fly, so make some noise, Carolina Ascent fans. Get on your feet, get those hands in the air. You might be going home with a brand new t-shirt. Get those hands in the air, everybody. Thank you to all of the youth clubs, corporate businesses, and groups in attendance tonight. Your support of the Carolina Ascent is much appreciated. Thank you to all of the young soccer players, the families, and the individuals for supporting your Carolina Ascent FC. We would like to give a special shout out to the Mighty Ducks and the Girls Academy. Thank you both for coming out to the fantastic finale. And attention, all fans and young supporters out there, if you received a voucher upon entering the stadium, please know it is labeled with a specific gate number for redemption. You'll need to visit your designated gate to pick up a free Sassy the Sasquatch t-shirt. Again, look for the specific gate number on your voucher for redemption. Make sure to head over at the end of halftime to claim your brand new t-shirt. Don't miss it. We can't wait to see everyone rocking their Sassy the Sasquatch gear. All right, fans, over on the north side, get ready. The Carolina Climbers are delivering some t-shirts. Get those hands in the air. You might be going home with one of those t-shirts. Let's make some noise.
Welcome back, everybody. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrack, our entire crew. Halftime is presented by the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. It's Carolina leading Sporting Jacksonville by 2-1. We will see how this all impacts the Players' Shield race in the second half. We start by looking at the halftime highlights presented by Morningstar Storage. Jacksonville take the lead inside of 7 minutes.
And it all starts with Jacksonville capitalizing in these wide areas. Meg Hughes is so dangerous off the cross. She just dishes it across into that 6-yard area. Bowman helps it across, and Boyne with the late post run to finish it home.
Carolina would have a response. Shea Groom's first goal of the season ties the game at 1.
And it's a poor clearance from Jacksonville. Shea Groom just takes full advantage. She collects the ball, runs at the back line. Jacksonville drops, so she recognized that, takes a little prep touch, and she just tucks that one away, leveling the score.
Eventually, the momentum would continue to turn into Carolina's favor. 20 minutes later, a scramble in front. Tyler Lucy, the finishing touch.
And a lovely little combination play between Groom and George, and Tyler Lucy just gets the best of this. Jacksonville can't quite find the composure to clear that, and Tyler Lucy is just salivating at the back post, waiting for a tap and goal.
I'll credit Carolina is sent 1-0 down after 7 minutes. They have the 2-1 lead at the half. Halftime stats are presented by Morningstar Storage as well. Pretty even as far as shots, and dead even as far as shots on target. Carolina just slightly more opportunistic.
Exactly, and you can even see that Sporting JAX actually favor in the possession area, but Carolina just have been ruthless in the attack. They've been intentional. They've been a little more direct with their attack, and I think it paid off with 2 goals with 9 shots and 3 of them being on target.
We'll see how the second half unfolds. At the moment, Sporting JAX need a goal in order to claim the Players' Shield. If it stays like this, the Players' Shield would go to Lexington, who I'm sure are going to be watching the second half very closely. We'll take a quick break. The second half is on the other side.
All right, Ascent fans, it's almost time to kick off the second half, and you know what that means. It's time to ring that bell. Fans, I want you to chant it with me. Ring that bell, ring that bell, ring that bell.
Welcome back, everybody. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrak here with you, about to start the second half in the Gainbridge Super League regular season finale. Team switch sides. Carolina will go from right to left here on Peacock, leading Sporting Club Jacksonville by 2-1. If the result holds, Lexington win the Players' Shield on goal differential, and Jacksonville finish in second place. Stacey Balaam's Sporting Club JAX need at least 1 goal and at least 1 point to claim the Players' Shield for themselves. But Carolina have other ideas. What a start to the second half this would be. But the shot is skewered wide by the goal scorer, Tyler Lucy. It's a goal kick.
And it's a good start from Carolina. Shea Groom picks the ball up in such an important area of the pitch and just drives, finds Tyler Lucy. She tries to take that one time, and it just mishits it a little bit.
And if you're just joining us, Jacksonville had a 1-0 lead inside of 7 minutes. First goal for Abby Boyan. Carolina equalized in the 16th minute through Shea Groom. Then Tyler Lucy gave Carolina a 2-1 lead in the 36th minute. Jacksonville's had some missed opportunities since then to try and grab the equalizer. They try to maneuver their way through there, but Carolina clear their lines. The longer it stays like this in the second half, you'd feel that the desperation levels for Jacksonville will go up just a tick more. Carolina already know that they're going to be the number 3 seed. They cannot catch Lexington for the number 2 spot because Lexington beat Tampa Bay earlier by a 1-0. That's a foul and a free kick. Aguilera was brought down. The referee is Marie Durr.
And this is such a smart play from Aguilera. She just takes her touch right in front of the defender and causes that error. And it's a little bit of a late challenge as well, but Carolina are able to pick the ball up and gain possession in the middle of the pitch.
There was a bit of a bone of contention there because Abby Boyan's already on a yellow card for Jacksonville. Carolina were asking the questions there about a second yellow. Obviously, the referee does not oblige. Philip Poole, by the way, yes, right there, still asking about the potential second yellow that's not been given, and he obviously doesn't agree with the 4th official's explanation. Carolina from the free kick. They get the header central here towards the penalty spot. The volley is going to go just wide in the end of the target.
Goal kick, Sporting JAX.
I think Philip Poole's argument there was that if she wasn't on a yellow card, you probably would have booked her for that challenge.
It was a little bit late, and it kind of looked like she had studs up, so I could see why he was frustrated that wasn't a double yellow.
Well, Jacksonville get away with one potentially there. That's another foul and another Carolina free kick. This time Bailey DeSmit. That was a bit late to the party.
Another foul on Sporting JAX. Free kick, Carolina Ascent.
Aguilera for Lucy. Cut in field by Nabet. Lucy again on the near side. Doesn't have too much space to work with yet. Nabet tries the overlap. Lucy feeds it in. Nabet's cross into the middle. Good header to the edge of the area. That will allow Jacksonville, at least for the time being, to get a little bit more possession. And more importantly, they can eventually clear it upfield. Shoveled up ahead by Jones. The A hold-up play by Kenton. Right onto the near side. Boyan up top, I should say. The header is then hooked clear. Not definitively cleared yet. Jacksonville can rework it. Jones again. Fed through by Kenton and then cut out by Carolina. And now Carolina struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Great ball flashed into the middle. Kenton is beaten to it. Groom and company cannot clear it. And then the shot goes right down the middle, caught by Martinez.
And Carolina are managing these central areas well. They have to be aware when the ball goes wide and they serve the ball in, they still have to tidy up defensively, make sure runners are marked, and just be really intentional about that box organization. But centrally, they have limited a lot of chances created.
Well, Nucor Corporation is the safest, highest quality, lowest cost, most productive, most profitable steel and steel products company in the world. They're also the official sponsor of Carolina Ascent FC. It's clipped down the line by Smekrud. And Jacksonville gets the free kick. That's hooked into the middle. Oh, not the best of touches there. Nearly invited a Jacksonville chance. Carolina gets away with one and clears it away. Well, the chance nearly presents itself there for Jacksonville off that miscue, but it was just about cleared. We're told that Stacey Balaam is preparing a Jacksonville change. We'll get to that in a moment. This is Puerta. Up ahead for Jones. Jones feeds it out wide. There's a number of white shirts in the middle here. Jones whips the ball in. It's headed high into the air. DeSmit tried to corral it. Maybe Boyan has scored once already. Oh, and nearly slithered that one in. Just missed it wide of the target. Martinez may have had it covered if it was on target.
And Jacksonville applying the pressure. Boyan trying to find a gap. She's able to hit it all through that traffic, but she just misses wide. But this is what Jacksonville need more of. Different ways to create chances and really test Sydney Martinez back there.
Another close call for Boyan and Jacksonville here. I feel like Jacksonville have found their feet again in this game. As you mentioned with Carolina, when you're at the ascendancy, when you're sort of playing your best in a game, can you turn that into end product? That pass comes up short, but Carolina cannot thread the initial needle there. Tyler Lucy will hold up the play for Aguilera.
And I don't think Carolina expects to have the ball in control of it all game because Jacksonville are so good in possession. But it's just about managing the moments when they're out of possession and weathering the storms, making sure they're disciplined and organized defensively to just handle that.
Nabats laid it out wide for Butler. Butler's looking upfield here. Tries to find Merrick. And Addison Merrick cannot keep the shot down.
Goal kick, Jacksonville.
And Merrick running onto it in this wide channel, and she tries to take it first time, but because she's hitting the ball as it's bouncing up, she skies that over. She probably had time to take a touch, compose herself, and then try and finish.
Shea Groom and Carolina are not happy with this last sequence. She's saying she got hit in the face. Phillip Poole is apoplectic at the moment. We get the luxury of a second look.
And that's definitely a foul from Boyan. And again, questionable card. I can see why Phillip Poole is irate right now. He has to protect his players. And that right there is definitely a card for me.
He says that's 2 times you've let her get away without a second yellow. Shea Groom is still trying to recover from the moment here.
An Apollo Law yellow
Well, Phillip Poole
card.
can't believe the decision here, or the lack of decision.
To the Ascent bench.
And I think he's been booked as well. Here's another look.
And Shea Groom gets her body in front of that ball to make a really good defensive play. And Boyan just rips her down, hits her face, and that's a card every day in my book. And it's a shame that the ref missed that because that's a deal breaker. They go down a player if the correct call is made there.
Well, the only yellow card that we know of is one that came out for Phillip Poole in the Carolina bench.
Number 2, Parker Roberts. In for number 9, Abby Boyan.
Jacksonville ends up taking off Abby Boyan. We can tell you they were going to take her off anyway before that moment happened. That was already in the plans for Stacey Balaam. She's replaced by Parker Roberts. That's the first change of the night. Shea Groom is still a bit shaken up here.
Shea Groom is one of those players that wears her heart on her sleeve. She pours everything into her game, into her teammates. So I'm not surprised that she's a little bit frustrated with that call.
I think there's still a conversation happening between the 4th official and Phillip Poole, and potentially Stacey Balaam being involved in that as well. The conversation, I believe, is still continuing on here.
I would find it really hard for them to do anything about it, especially because Boyan is subbed out already.
There is Stacey Balaam looking on here. Looks like both coaches are really looking towards the 4th official at this point. But to your point, Erica, the player that's now the subject of the conversation has been removed. It is going to be a Carolina free kick, which again will further, in some ways, anger Phillip Poole because he felt that that foul should have been a second yellow. But his team can possibly create something from this. Marie Durr, by the way, also may have been checking in with the 4th official just to make sure everything that they wanted to hand out as far as cards were concerned were handed out, from their perspective at least. Well, a heated moment there. Leads to Corbin whipping this into the middle. It could bounce for a chance here. Lucy couldn't redirect it. The shot's deflected towards the edge of the 6, and Jacksonville see it roll out for a goal kick. We've just gotten it confirmed that there was only one yellow card handed out even after the sequence sort of simmered down. It was to Phillip Poole for Carolina Ascent. Obviously, the referees talked about it a little bit more. No other yellow cards there are handed out in that sequence. Approaching the hour mark here. Remember, Players' Shield is up for grabs. If it holds, Lexington win it. If Jacksonville scores one more goal, they win it. The race to be regular season champions could come down to one goal. Aguilera, early ball down this near side. It's a foot race. Mackenzie George is going to be second best in that foot race. Well defended by Sporting JAX. They get the goal kick again.
Goal kick,
Well,
Sporting
game on,
JAX.
folks, with drinks in hand. The drinks on the pitch package. Get you one beach club ticket and 2 drinks. Exclusive access for fans 21 and up for only $29. Grab yours today at CarolinaAscent.com. and kick back pitch side. Well, didn't we tell you there'd be a few more twists and turns and some final day drama galore? It has certainly lived up to the hype throughout the game so far tonight.
It has, and the game is starting to get a little bit chippy and aggressive, and it's just about how they can manage these emotions. It's a big game. You can tell there's a ton of energy on the field. What team can channel that and really use it to their advantage?
Half an hour plus stoppage time remaining in Charlotte. Smekrude plays the ball early down this near side. It's cleared out by Carolina. Sporting JAX get the throw. It's thrown towards the byline. Took an awkward couple of ricochets there. The spinning cross into the middle is dangerous. Another cut to the byline. Another block. Fed back out in front where Martinez scoops it up for Carolina. Martinez hammered that into the Sporting JAX half.
And Sydney Martinez's range of distribution is uncanny. She can hit it so far, and you saw her play a big part in one of Carolina's goals tonight, and it's because she is able to hit it across halfway. Even on a goal kick, she's able to hit it to halfway, and that's just really impressive and shows us her range as a keeper.
Aguilera's throw will bounce out for another Ascent throw just in front of Stacey Balaam in the Jacksonville technical area. You look there as well. 8:37 p.m. kick, the last game of the regular season. Dallas and Fort Lauderdale here on Peacock. Remember, if Dallas wins, they get the final playoff spot. If they do anything but win, if they lose or draw, it goes to Spokane. Lovely feed through here. Chance for Carolina. It's Tyler Lucy who was shielded away at the last moment, and Parks collects for Jacksonville. The run up the near side here by Bowman. She's forced to check it down. Given back to Aguilera. And then Aguilera can't keep it in play as we look at the last moment.
And here's a look at that last build-up. It's a really good ball and a cheeky little flick by George. Tyler Lucy collects it, just runs at that back line. She tries to go wide, and it's really wide, well defended by Brown, and she just deters her from getting any real shot on goal.
This is Puerta trying to deal with Corbin. Bundled over in the end by Merrick. It's a Sporting JAX free kick. A lovely little flick there by Bowman, and then the attempt from Kenton. And then Kenton is a bit overzealous and commits the foul. Blue Cross North Carolina is the official health insurance provider of Carolina Ascent FC. Blue Cross NC makes health insurance easy. Discover employer, individual, family, Medicare, and Medicaid plans from Blue Cross North Carolina. Better care starts here. Aguilera to take the throw. 25 minutes plus stoppage time left. It's touched out for Mia Corbin. Corbin, wonderful ball for Addison Merrick. Merrick stands it up, touched away by Jones. And then Merrick gets fouled, trying to get back onto the ball, and it's a free kick for the Ascent. Now it's Ashlyn Puerta not happy with the refereeing decision here. Had a long talk there with Marie Durr. Gives Carolina a set-piece opportunity here. Again, it'll be Jill Aguilera standing over the free kick for Carolina. Aguilera stands it up. The Jacksonville header actually goes back into the middle. They clear it only as far as Aguilera. Stands it up again. Header's gonna fall towards the penalty spot here. There was miscommunication. Oh, and then Parks palms it away. And Jacksonville get it away. Lucy tries to track it down. It's out for a Jacksonville throw as the visitors survive the sequence.
And you can feel Carolina getting close. They're gaining momentum and just picking up dangerous areas in this attacking third to capitalize in.
The move starts with a lovely move by Ashlyn Puerta, who gets back on the ball on this far side. Puerta lays it off and wants it back. Puerta again touches it just to keep the possession moving in the right direction. Jacksonville will stand up the cross. It's over everybody's head, and it's a goal kick.
And Aguilera sends a really dangerous ball into the box, and it just causes a little bit of havoc. And it's the second phase where it's sent back in, and it's a scramble in that 6-yard area. And George is able to get on it. Parker is able to try and flick it on, but Parks is able to defend that well. And Carolina are inches away from getting on the score sheet again.
Parks with the punch, Brown with the clearance to keep Jacksonville in the fight. It's played up ahead for Mackenzie George for Carolina, waits for more numbers here. And it's checked down in the end by Parker. And then that ball over the top, not quite on the same page that time. It rolls out for a goal kick.
Goal kick,
well, enter the Brinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on the bottom right of your screen to enter today. Carolina might get another chance here. It bounces in behind. Oh, and the volley is skied over the top. Another chance for Lucy and company to get a 2-goal cushion.
Goal kick, Sporting JAX.
And Carolina just coming down the throw of this Jacksonville back line. Riley Parker gets a shot block, and then Tyler Lucy in the right spot, able to pick that off and get a shot off, but she skies it over.
One back by Paige Kenton. Kenton cuts it back. Oh, and bends it just wide. May have had a couple of teammates to aim at in the middle. Goes for the glory moment. Cannot hit the target.
And this is how transitional this game can be. You have Carolina Ascent having 2 chances on goal, and then it turns into a chance for Jacksonville. And it's just about managing these transitions for both sides. Can Jacksonville try to get on the score sheet? 20 minutes and stoppage left, but can Carolina deter them from getting any real chances?
That ball pinballs around. Cushioned header there. Ooh, could the referee maybe have let that go for advantage? Instead brings it back. Lucy was fouled. So Carolina get the free kick instead. Well, there's the scenario. Jacksonville need at least a draw to clinch the Players' Shield. If they lose, Lexington wins the Players' Shield for 2025-2026, and they'd be the #1 seed in next week's playoffs. But there's still 20 minutes plus stoppage time left for that narrative to change again tonight. Parker Roberts leads the charge here for Jacksonville. Pins it out to the far side. DeSmit tracks it down. DeSmit with 2 on her, checks it down. Cross is going to be blocked out of play. Hughes couldn't fit it through. Jacksonville still has the ball. Played forward by Phil Potts. On the turn, shot is blocked. Smeckrud sees her pass cut out by Aguilera. Bowman will put it back into play. Philpotts plays it out to the far side. The cross is going to be played back into the middle. Oh, and it's cleared off the line. Another massive Carolina intervention, not cleared away definitively yet. Jacksonville go back to work. Fed back across, oh, and an awkward clearance by Mia Corbin sees it go out for a Jacksonville corner.
And Jacksonville just taking advantage of exploiting these wide areas, getting numbers in the box, and Carolina doing their best to manage these runners. They have to stay disciplined, especially as the game carries on.
From the corner for Jacksonville. The header skims wide. Goal kick.
Carolina Ascent.
Now we're told that Philip Poole is preparing a couple of changes for Carolina. We'll get to that in a moment. Carolina will hook that out of play on the near side. It goes back to Jacksonville, who again seemingly found a little bit more momentum in this second half. Jacksonville again, they get the throw. Put back in by Bowman. Pressure from George. Parks, who's way out of her goal here, has to make the right decision. Gives it away. Can Carolina pounce on the opportunity here? Merrick deflected out for a corner on the far side. That could have been very, very rough for Jacksonville. They still have a corner to defend.
And I thought they were going to go for the chip ball on this and really catch Parks off her line. But as you can see, Parker just finds Merrick in that wide space, and it takes a little bit of deflection, and Jacksonville have to be grateful for that. Otherwise, that's a chance right across that 6-yard box in those dangerous areas.
Congratulations, Muriel Melly.
Still a corner to come for Carolina, brought to you by Nucor.
And right now it's time.
It'll be Jill Aguilera to deliver.
Carolina Ascent taking the kick. Number 7, Jill Aguilera.
Aguilera lines it up. It's whipped in. Oh, it goes all the way in. It goes all the way in. It's an Olympico unless it was touched on the line. And Carolina may have just scored the goal that clinches the Players' Shield for Lexington. Incredible.
And Aguilera, an in-swinger, and she just hits that clean. She puts so much bend on it that she's able to just tuck it in that back post area. And that is so hard to do, even as an elite player, and she has that in her arsenal. Jacksonville try and clear it, and they come up short. And that is a stellar goal from Carolina's captain.
Tough to tell if it comes off a Jacksonville player. Certainly Aguilera will claim it as an Olympico. And Carolina lead 3-1 with 15 minutes to go. Philip Poole makes the 2 changes. Taylor Porter and Emily Morris come in. Mia Corbin and Lily Nabet make way. And incredibly, Jacksonville have to score 2 goals in 15 minutes or the Players' Shield is headed to Kentucky. Carolina goals tonight presented by Food Lion. Score to give more. What a turn of events here in Charlotte. An Olympico from Aguilera has Jacksonville on the ropes in the Players' Shield chase. What an unbelievable moment that was. American Legion Memorial Stadium is still buzzing off the back of that. Carolina get the free kick in their own half.
And you really don't see that happen often, but she hits it with such venom. And she hits it with her left foot, is able to put such a wicked curve on that. It's so hard to defend, so hard to read.
It's Aguilera's 4th goal, her 7th goal contribution of the season. And Jacksonville's backs are firmly against the wall now as far as the Players' Shield is concerned.
And when we talked to Coach Philip Poole, he said we're not used to winning games by multiple goals, and I think that the pieces are starting to click for them. They're coming into form. They're being more confident in the attack, and they're really just, it comes down to that technical execution, and I think these players are starting to step up and just take a little more pride in how they finish in the 18.
Well, there's still a lot of time left, but we talked about the earlier missed opportunities for Jacksonville when it was at 2-1. Will the storyline be them ruining some of those missed chances at the end of the night? It remains to be seen, but at the moment, Carolina are in control.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have found a driver's
It's going to be a Jill Aguilera throw on the near side. Looks like Jacksonville are getting at least a couple, if not 3 changes ready on that near side. Here is Mackenzie George for Carolina. Tried to feed it across, cleared away only as far as Aguilera. Porter out wide. This is Addison Merrick. Played back by Parker. Back to the byline. And the cross was not kept in play. It's a goal kick. More great energy from Carolina in the middle of the park. They win the ball back again. Tyler Lucy controls it. It's then pinned up ahead down this near side, poked even further along, out for a Sporting JAX throw.
And this is just about Carolina managing Jacksonville. You know they're going to be throwing numbers forward, trying to get into the attack. Can Carolina weather the storm, manage the game, and really close out these last 10 minutes?
Carolina have never beaten Jacksonville in 3 prior meetings in the Gainbridge Super League. That's given away. Shea Groom slides it through. The back heel, oh, and the shot is spurned by George. But it did deflect. It'll be out for a new core corner kick.
And Carolina continued to put the pressure on this Jacksonville back line. It's a cheeky little back heel from Riley Parker. She recognizes that she doesn't have the angle to shoot. She tries to lay that off. It doesn't quite connect the way she wanted to, but they earn a corner kick out of it.
We have a new corner.
New court corner again. It'll be Porter to take it for Carolina. 10 minutes plus stoppage time left. Porter's corner. It's a free header. Oh, and somehow it was saved by Parks. Or no, it goes wide in the end. Parks did not get enough of a touch on it. Either way, it's a close call. Jacksonville survive, at least for now.
Number 6, Jesse Hunt. In for number 8, Sophie Jones.
Well, here come the changes for Sporting Club Jacksonville. They're going to make 3 changes here. Jesse Hunt, Andrea Fernandez, and Maggie Illig all coming in at the same time here for Sophie Jones, Casey Smekrud, and Paige Kenton. So that leaves Stacey Balaam all of a sudden with 1 sub left. And 9 minutes to score twice. That's going to roll out for a goal kick. Sydney Martinez will put this back into play. Lucy up ahead, Shea Groom is offside. Free kick for Jacksonville. We can tell you that the other game between Dallas and Fort Lauderdale is kicked off.
Carolina Ascent.
Any updates there, we'll pass them along. Audrey Coleman is going to come in for Riley Parker for Carolina. That leaves the Ascent with 2 changes left. Another strong shift tonight from Riley Parker.
And Riley Parker is one of those players that does a ton of work off the ball. She covers ground. She has really good awareness of where the space is. And tonight she was able to connect a lot in that box. She couldn't capitalize on any of the chances, but she had a good shift and she really kept things flowing for this Carolina Ascent attack.
But after the match, players will be going around the rail for post-game autographs. There'll also be some post-game fireworks. Make sure you stick around.
Offside flag goes up against Sporting JAX. Free kick for Carolina. And just to reiterate, Dallas and Fort Lauderdale are underway. That game is also on Peacock. If Dallas wins, they're in to the playoffs. If they don't win, if they lose or they draw, Nicole Lukic's Spokane Zephyr take the final spot instead. Here in Charlotte, Carolina lead 3-1. Carolina already knows they're the number 3 seed in the playoffs. But if this result holds, Lexington wins the Players' Shield. Jacksonville need to score twice in the next 6 minutes plus stoppage time to claim the Shield. That is played towards the byline. More great defensive work from the Ascent on the far side. It's touched out for a throw. Clever skill there to clear the lines for Carolina Ascent. But Jacksonville get right back after it. They win a free kick midway through the Ascent half. Jacksonville back on the prowl. Merrick tries to touch it away. Five minutes plus stoppage time left. That's played across. Good call and collection by Sydney Martinez. Excellent goalkeeping. Another chance here for Carolina. That's going to roll wide, and it's a goal kick. Well, here come Jacksonville again. This is Fernandez laying it off. Helped along onto this far side. Try to feather that through. A challenge comes in. Jacksonville won a penalty. Referee had a long look at that. Does not give Jacksonville a spot kick here. It was DeSmit brought down in the area. Jacksonville again on the front foot. Initial cross blocked. Porter blocks the second attempt. Carolina clears again.
And Carolina really just utilizing their emergency defending to deter any real chance on goal right now.
We do have to make a slight correction. We were told just a moment ago the Dallas-Fort Lauderdale game has been slightly postponed. The kickoff has been delayed. There's apparently an issue with the field in Texas. We have not received an ETA as to when that game is officially going to kick off. When we do, we'll try to pass that along as quickly as we possibly can, as if this night needed another twist. Carolina are getting two changes ready, and they're going to be making them right here. Brianna Martinez, Ava Cook, both coming in for Carolina. That's going to be it for Shea Groom and for Addison Merrick, both of whom played really, really well tonight.
They both put in a really good shift. Merrick defensively very tidy and was able to get forward. Shea Groom was just a complete nightmare to deal with for this Jacksonville side. She was picking up the ball in dangerous areas, running at the back line, and just being really tough to handle and unpredictable. And then not only that, a really, really stellar goal from her tonight to put them on the score sheet.
So that's it. Carolina are out of subs. Jacksonville, if they want, have one left. And remember, Jacksonville still need to score twice in the time remaining. That cross into the middle, just over everyone's head. Chance on the follow-up to put it into the middle. Martinez, what a catch!
And you can see Sydney Martinez is tracking this ball. It's a little lofted, so she's able to keep an eye on it, but she just comes out with such a big presence. She snatches that up, and she just puts out any sniff of a chance that Jacksonville are trying to create with that.
Remember, the playoffs for the Super League are next week. The way it works is the #1 seed hosts the 4 seed, 2 hosts the #3 seed. In the live table, Lexington would host either Dallas or Spokane. Carolina would go to Jacksonville for a rematch next week. Winner would go to the final. Another lovely bit of maneuvering here through the midfield. Getting closer to stoppage time. Jacksonville do get the possession back. We are going to jump into second half stoppage time presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. 6 minutes left for Jacksonville. They have to get 2 goals or Lexington wins the Players' Shield. Aguilera takes the throw. Flicked down the line by Cook. Jacksonville will reset with Parks. Well, if this result were to hold, one of the incredible things that would happen is that, yes, Lexington would win the Players' Shield. It would also mean that the team that finished in dead last in the Gainbridge Super League last season would win the regular season title this season. Talk about a year-over-year improvement for Lexington Sporting Club if the score holds for the next 5 minutes.
I mean, what a transition for that organization, and you can tell they were busy in the offseason. They made strategic moves. They were intentional about what types of players they wanted to bring and built a system around those players, and they were so clinical this season, and not only that, really fun to watch.
Ball's put into the mix here. Again, really well read by Sydney Martinez. It gets Carolina a step closer.
Sydney Martinez has been fantastic for this Carolina side tonight. She's able to just put out fires with her confidence coming off her line and her really good hands of just snatching the ball when she's able to.
Jacksonville will keep on fighting here. They get a shot away. Oh, what a save. Martinez was diving to her right, had to fight the momentum to get back to her left, and then punches another attempt away. Critical moments here from the Carolina goalkeeper. Under 4 to play, another cross whipped in. It lands on the roof of the net. Magnificent Martinez saves here.
I mean, just stellar work from Sydney Martinez. You can tell it's a pretty good shot, and it takes a little bit of a deflection, and she's able to get just a finger on it to tip it wide, and it's sheer athleticism and reaction time that she uses in that, and she's able to keep her team in the lead, and those are the big-time saves that she is known for. She's able to step up in these high-pressure moments and really just pull out for her team.
Jacksonville again have the ball on the near side, but it's won back by Aguilera. Jacksonville have to score 2 goals now in 3 minutes. That cross deflects out for a Jacksonville corner, and at this point they essentially have to score from this.
We have a new corner kick for Sporting JAX.
Can Jacksonville give themselves a late lifeline in stoppage time? And it comes. Ooh, it pinballs around. It's still up for grabs on the edge of the 6. It's shoveled away. And a Jacksonville foul will allow Carolina to alleviate more of the pressure.
And Carolina have been especially impressive with their willingness to throw their bodies in front of the goal in these high-pressure moments where the ball's bouncing in the 6-yard box. It's chaotic. There's numbers everywhere. There's high traffic, and they're able to just put their bodies on the line and really weather those storms.
Remember, at one point tonight, Jacksonville had the lead. Inside of 7 minutes, you wondered at that moment, was that the goal that sent them on their way? Carolina had other ideas and are about to get it to an 11-game unbeaten run. It'll be the second time they've done that in the Gainbridge Super League's history.
And I think they have had so much success tonight because from the start they had to play with this sense of urgency. They're already a goal down at the beginning of the game, so they had to be extra intentional about how they're going to attack and really just take advantage of all their opportunities.
We enter the final minute. Well, players, coaches, fans, particularly in Lexington right now, wouldn't be surprised if they're starting to celebrate here. Carolina also trying to get their first ever win over Jacksonville. That would certainly be satisfying as well for Philip Poole and company. Well, yellow card comes out for that last sequence. Another moment where Carolina not on the same page with the referee. Audrey Coleman gets the yellow. Hopeful ball played into the penalty area. Carolina clear it as the 6 minutes are up. It's up to the referee how much longer we continue. It's cleared away by Cook. And that is it, full time in Charlotte. Carolina beats Jacksonville, and in doing so wins the Players' Shield for Lexington. Lexington Sporting Club go from dead last season to the regular season champions this season. And they'll be the #1 seed in the upcoming playoffs. They'll play either Spokane or Dallas next week. Carolina finishes the regular season on an 11-game unbeaten run, and they take down Jacksonville, who see the Players' Shield slip away on the final day.
And what a performance from Carolina Ascent. They knew exactly what they had to be done. They were disciplined defensively. They were aggressive off the dribble. They were technically perfect in the attack. They were able to put 3 goals away, and it was a full team effort tonight. They utilized their bench well, and that has to make them feel well as they head into postseason.
Well, let's take a look at our new core player of the match tonight. Could have gone to a couple of different Carolina players, but we have to give it to Jill Aguilera, the Olympico that essentially sealed the deal.
And what an incredible goal and moment for her team. She's able to whip this in with her left foot, and she's able to put so much bend on it. She just tucks that right into that back corner. Not a lot of players are capable of doing that, but it's maybe why she wears that captain's band.
Last year's Players' Shield winners end up dictating who wins the Players' Shield this year. Carolina beating Jacksonville means that Lexington are the 2025-2026 Gainbridge Super League Players' Shield winners. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap it up next.
Stay loud, stay proud, and stay with us as we continue our playoff push. Let's go, Carolina Ascent! And folks, tonight's Tough as Steel Player of the Match presented by Nucor. Congratulations to number 20, Shea Broom. Tonight's save of the game in the 40th minute, number 15, Sydney Martinez. Carolina Ascent fans, as tonight's match comes to a close, we want to say thank you. This was our final regular season home match, and your support all season long has meant everything to this team. From the opening whistle of the year to tonight, you have shown up, you have brought the energy, and you have made American Legion Memorial Stadium a true home for your Carolina Ascent. We are so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for standing with us all season long. We will see you soon as we continue this journey together. And don't forget, post-game fireworks are coming soon. With tonight's Carolina Ascent win, we have some special deals for all of you Carolina Ascent fans. Make sure to scan the QR code that's on the big screen right now for your
Full-time score here on Peacock is presented by Morningstar Storage. Carolina beats Sporting JAX for the first time in the Gainbridge Super League. They win it by 3-1. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrack. We're joined now by Jill Aguilera, one of the Carolina heroes here pitchside. Jill, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the goal as well. Can you take us through that moment? And did you mean to do that? You can answer yes if you want.
I think, we work really hard on set pieces, and as long as we're putting it in the right spot and getting our players in the right spot, then, it works in our favor. I guess I will say I didn't mean for it to go in, but it did, and everybody did their jobs. Everybody's worried about all the other players, and then, I was able to sneak that ball in there.
Well, it was an awesome goal, Jill. Tell us how it feels to end the season on such a high note. You guys were especially dangerous tonight. It seems like you guys were cohesive, played together as a team. How does it feel to take that win into this postseason?
Yeah, it feels really good. I think we've been working on our attack, all season, but I think right now we're really hitting our stride, and going into the playoffs, it gives us a lot of confidence going into that. We just got to keep it moving, and we got 2 more games to win.
Well, Jill, because of your win tonight, you guys play Sporting JAX again in the playoffs. What will that be like, trying to play again the same team in such a short period of time? What will preparations be like for that?
I think we just got to build off of what we were able to do tonight, see a few things from film that we can fix and do better, and then go from there.
Jill, thanks so much for your time. Again, congratulations on the win, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you so much.
That's Jill Aguilera from the victorious Carolina Ascent. We dive now into full-time highlights presented by Morningstar Storage. It started so well for Jacksonville. They led after 7 minutes.
And they were especially dangerous at the beginning of this match, especially in those wide areas. They were taking advantage of their numbers in the box. And a late post run from Boyan is able to get them on the score sheet.
But of course, Carolina had the response of first Gainbridge Super League goal of the season for Shea Groom.
Shea Groom was able to make such a good defensive play there, pick the ball up, and that's where she wants to be, running at the back line. She saw that they dropped and was able to just carve out a window and place it in that back corner.
36th minute, Tyler Lucy completes the turnaround, makes it 2-1 to the Ascent.
And it's really good combination play from this Carolina Ascent, and then Tyler Lucy is just hanging out in that back post area, waiting to clean up the mess, and she's able to tuck that one home, and it's a really good momentum for them leading into half.
Sporting JAX had a couple of chances after that to take the lead, but then Aguilera's Olympico seals the deal.
And this one just solidified it for Carolina Ascent. The captain steps up. Really big moment for her, and because she hits it with so much pace, it misses all the defenders, the keeper, and she's able to just tuck that into the back corner.
Well, we take a look at the standings here at the end of this game, at least. Remember, there's still one more game to go. They're brought to you by Carolina Office Solutions. Lexington win the Players' Shield on goal differential, just ahead of Sporting JAX. That means Lexington will play either Spokane or Dallas next week. We'll see how that figures out. Dallas still have to try to beat Fort Lauderdale later on tonight. Carolina will have a rematch with Jacksonville next week, with the winner going to the final, Erica.
And we touched on it earlier, but it is so good to see Lexington finishing top of the table after the season that they had in the opening campaign, the way they were able to turn it around. And it's just great to see. That's strategic scouting. That's getting players that they wanted and just executing a style of play and game plan, and the players were completely bought in, and it shows.
It's a remarkable storyline. Lexington go from last to first this season, and they are your Players' Shield winners and your regular season champions. Here in Charlotte, though, it's Carolina's night. They finally get one over on Sporting JAX. They win by 3-1. They win the Shield for Lexington, and these two teams will play in the playoffs next week. For Erica Timrack and our entire crew, Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Charlotte. What a night in the Gainbridge Super League.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.